Hey there everyone, and welcome to Bill's Retro Gaming Show. On today's video, we're going to be catching up on some of the latest Arcade1up news, including yet another re-release in Deluxe format, some more information on the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 KITH collaboration, and a look at what Arcade1up has going on at San Diego Comic-Con this weekend. It's all coming up right after this. Alright everyone, thanks so much for tuning in. If this is your first time on the channel, be sure to hit that subscription button. Click the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I put up a new video. Give this one a thumbs up and leave a comment below if you want to be part of the conversation. So let's dive right in and let's look at some updated information on the Marvel vs. Capcom KITH collaboration. Alright, and we're going to start off looking at KITH's website. That's KITH.com. And if you go over there, you're going to see some information on what they have going on at San Diego Comic-Con. Now, interestingly enough, just as I was getting ready to shoot this, they decided to update their website, and they've got a look at what their booth is actually going to look like at the show this weekend. And you can see here they are all decked out for X-Men's 60th anniversary. Now, that's the whole point of this collection and collaboration that KITH is doing. It's a collaboration with Marvel, primarily to celebrate the X-Men 60th anniversary, and they've got apparel, they've got all kinds of different things that you can buy, including this Arcade1up Marvel vs. Capcom 2 variant. But let's just take a look real quick here. You can see this is, like I said, a look at their booth here, showing off some of the clothes and other things that they have in store. So look at some of the clothing that they're going to be showing off. You can see that there. Sneakers, all kinds of different stuff that they're going to have. So if you are going to be at San Diego Comic-Con this weekend, this is some of the stuff you can look forward to seeing. But I know clothes and sneakers is probably not what you came to this video for, so let's get to the other stuff. So here are some closer looks at the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 cabinet that they have created. And I'll show these pictures a little closer in a minute, but it says here that the Marvel KITH for Arcade1up's machine was created as part of our X-Men 60th anniversary collection. It features archival X-Men artwork with special Marvel and KITH co-branding throughout. The machine includes 8 classic games: Marvel vs. Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Marvel Superheroes, blah, blah, blah. It's all the same games that we saw on the original Marvel vs. Capcom 2 from Arcade1up. Has Wi-Fi capabilities for online play. Okay, we all know about that and how that works. The Marvel KITH for Arcade1up machine releases exclusively at San Diego Comic-Con today through July 23rd. The global launch will be on July 24th at all KITH shops, 11 a.m. Eastern, on KITH.com and the KITH app. Let's take a closer look at what the cab actually looks like. This particular picture has been making the rounds for quite a while now. In fact, I posted this picture to my community post last week sometime, so we've all kind of seen what this side of the cab looks like. But moving on, now we actually have a closer look at the other side, and it looks like a continuation of the original Jim Lee artwork, where we have Storm and Beast on this side of the cab. So it's not just a straightforward repeat of the other side, which I think is actually pretty cool, and I'm glad they did that. Still not a big fan of the KITH logo on the marquee like that, but again, they got to have that co-branding, so I'm sure that this was part of the deal. All right, and here's just a closer look at the marquee, which does light up. You've got the control panel here. You've got the faux coin door and all that kind of good stuff. I actually have to say, I kind of like the look of the control panel on this a little more than the original one, to be quite honest with you. It's still not that diamond pattern that I would have loved to have seen from the original arcade, but I do actually kind of like it a little better. The artwork on this, to me, other than that marquee, is actually really cool. Now, another thing to point out, again, if you're going to be at San Diego Comic-Con, is that starting today, July 20th, they'll be hosting a tournament featuring their custom arcade machine created with Arcade1up. Players will battle head-to-head in X-Men Children of the Atom for the chance to win one of these special arcade machines. The tournament will take place from July 20th to the 23rd. Sign up to play at the KITH pop-up inside the Marvel booth starting today. So again, if you're going to be at San Diego Comic-Con, and if you plan on being there all 4 days, you might have a chance to win one of these if you want to compete in that tournament. Now, before I move on, I just want to show one other thing. They've got a little trailer here that shows off the machine. Let's just check that out real quick. All right, now kind of turn the sound off on this again for copyright reasons. I'm not going to get into that, but just a quick look at what the machine looks like. Now, it's interesting that they have this little start up here. I hope that's actually on the cab because it's not on the one from the original Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but it does actually look kind of cool. And there you go. That was just a quick teaser trailer that they have up, not only here, but actually on the Arcade1up website. If you go to Arcade1up, you can actually see this on there as well. And here we are on the Arcade1up website where they have more details. And again, it says Marvel KITH for Arcade1up, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 will release on Monday, July 24th at 11 a.m. Eastern on KITH.com and the KITH apps. So you're not going to be able to get this directly from Arcade1up. You're actually going to have to purchase it directly from KITH. Now, beyond that, I think all of this information is all stuff that we're pretty much used to. Again, very similar to the original Marvel vs. Capcom 2. The only real difference here, again, is that exclusive KITH artwork and splash screen display, which you saw in the video. So that is the startup screen for this particular machine. Again, beyond that, everything is pretty much the same as the original Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I'm just running through some of these pictures real quick just to get some closer looks at some of it. Again, there's a really good look at the side art on it. And again, here's a look at that control panel. And I gotta say, like I said, I actually like this better than the original one that they produced. I think it actually looks really cool. Here's a closer look at the front with that faux coin door. It's too bad they didn't add light up buttons to this. Now, I know, again, the original Marvel vs. Capcom 2 does not, but it would be really cool if they had done that. Now, one thing that we still really don't know with 100% certainty is exactly how much this cab is going to cost. Now, I will tell you one thing. Again, they are doing that tournament at San Diego Comic-Con, so if whoever is competing in that tournament, the winner of that will get one of these, will be gifted one of these. In addition, if you go on their KITH app for Android or iPhone, you can actually sign up for a raffle to win one as well. So if you're interested in this, you do have an opportunity to win one, even if you're not going to San Diego Comic-Con, so you could definitely check that out. And like I said, we're still waiting to see actual pricing on this. I'm guessing that we won't see that probably until this goes live on their site on Monday, but I have heard a couple of rumors, and what I have heard is $825. I've also heard $900. So my guess is this is going to range somewhere between $800 and $900 for this collab cab. Now, that is pretty high compared to the $600 that the original Marvel vs. Capcom 2 came out, but you know, you're paying for the branding, which is pretty much par for the course with these collab cabs. These collaboration cabs tend to be more expensive than the originals. If you look at the Mortal Kombat Supreme or you know, some of the others that they've done, they do tend to be a higher cost. Now, whether or not you can ultimately get those on a secondhand market for cheaper is always, you know, up for it. Plus, these are in limited quantity. I forget how many they said they were going to make. I think it was something like 250. So it was a very limited quantity that these are actually going to be produced in, which also adds to the higher price. Now, whether or not people are willing to pay $800 to $900 just to have that KITH branding on this and the look of this cab, I don't know. That's up to you. I'm happy with my Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I'm certainly not going to trade up to this one, even if I do like some of the artwork better on it, but not at that price. That is for darn sure. But, you know, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, or have you heard anything else? Like I said, I think we're going to find out 100% certain, obviously, when this drops Monday at 11 Eastern. But expect this to be somewhere in the vicinity of $800 to $900. All right, moving on, let's continue talking about San Diego Comic-Con and what else Arcade1up has going on there. So if anybody remembers Arcade1up's presence at San Diego Comic-Con last year, they were actually part of, I believe it was the LucasArts booth, and they were showing off several Star Wars things. Actually, they were just showing off Star Wars Pinball at the time because they had not re-released the Star Wars cab, which led to a lot of speculation at that time that they were going to be showing it off at San Diego Comic-Con. But that didn't happen. They didn't actually release it till much later in the year. Well, this year they are again collaborating with Star Wars. They are located, I don't believe it's the Lucasfilm or LucasArts booth or even a specific Star Wars booth, but it is a Star Wars collab booth that they're going to be at. And again, it looks like for the most part they are just going to have the Star Wars pinball there. I don't even believe that they have the Star Wars arcade machine there. They have, I did see a video that John D posted to Instagram. Unfortunately, I can't find the reel anymore, where he was showing off the booth last night, and they had several of the pinballs lined up, and a machine that kind of looked like the Star Wars cab, but it was in fact a specially made kiosk just designed to show off videos of some of their products. But if you're going to be there and you check them out, you will get a chance to check out the pinball, and of course they have a thing here to show off their Star Wars collection for you to purchase. And that would include the Star Wars pinball and the Star Wars machine, neither of which particularly seem to be on sale. Now, they do say sale here for the Star Wars pinball, but $50 off when we've seen these go much lower than that isn't much of a sale in my personal opinion. Now, if you've been in the market for one and you want to save a few bucks, okay, sure. But, you know, it would have been nice if these had gone down in price for San Diego Comic-Con, especially when you consider the fact that during Prime Day we had sales on the Marvel Pinball and the Attack from Mars that brought it down several $100s. This, to me, is not much of a sale, just in my personal opinion. But, like I said, I really just wanted to focus on the fact that at San Diego Comic-Con, Arcade1up is going to be there again, and they're really just doing more with Star Wars and showing off the pinball yet again. Nothing new from them there other than that Marvel KITH collaboration, which isn't actually going to be at their booth. It's going to be at the Marvel booth. All right, so finishing up our look at the latest Arcade1up news, I just want to come back to the homepage for Arcade1up again and point something else new out to you guys, and that is the addition of a coming soon to the menu. Now, clicking on that will show off several things that we have already seen from them that we knew were coming out eventually, including the Casinocade, the new NBA Jam Deluxe, and the new NBA Jam Partycade. But you'll notice that there's actually something else here as well, and this is Big Buck Hunter Pro Deluxe. Now, again, there have been a lot of rumors about them releasing Big Buck Hunter Pro in a deluxe format, and it looks like this is actually coming true. Now, we don't know when these are releasing just yet because they are just on a notify me here, but they are showing a price of $600 on these. And getting a closer look at these, we do see there is a lot of similarity to the original Big Buck Hunter Pro that they released, including the wooden marquee that doesn't light up. The major difference here being the fact that there is no riser, and they've added a coin door to the front of it. Now, beyond that, again, this is basically the same machine that we've seen before from them, just in this deluxe format. So again, just like NBA Jam, just like a lot of the other things that they've re-released this year, it's just coming out again, same thing, new format. So again, looking at the details here, we see a lot of the same stuff. You have Big Buck Hunter Pro, Big Buck Safari, Big Buck Hunter Pro Open Season, and Big Buck Safari Outback. While it's listed as 4 games, a lot of you already know that it's really 2 games, with add-ons to those games being listed out as separate games on this. The game does allow for up to 4 players. It has the 2 light guns, all that kind of good stuff. Same BOE 17-inch monitor as the originals. Sorry, there is not a bigger monitor in these, and very similar dimensions to the original. So this still begs the question, where's the new stuff? When are we going to see something new? Now, we did get rumors about Time Crisis yet again recently, with some leaks coming right out of Arcade1up's own app showing off game lists. So there is every indication that at some point that's going to come out. Now, whether that actually comes out this year or whether that gets skipped till next year because they're already re-releasing a light gun game with Big Buck Hunter Pro, we'll have to wait and see. And there's still the rumors of an 80s style game that is supposed to come out as well, which we really don't know what that's going to wind up being. So as of right now, for 2023, Arcade1up seems to be all about these deluxe re-releases. Not sure what they actually have planned in terms of anything new for the rest of the year. Just have to wait and see. But, you know, I'm going to leave it here for now because I think that's enough. I just wanted to point some of this stuff out to you and get your opinions. Guys, what do you think of this Marvel KITH collaboration now that we know a little bit more about it? Are you interested in it? Do you like the artwork on it? If it really does go for that $800 to $900 price, is it worth it to you? What do you think of Arcade1up being at San Diego Comic-Con and really just showing off the same old Star Wars pinball that we've seen already from them? And again, Big Buck Hunter Pro, another re-release in deluxe format. Are you excited to see that come out in deluxe? Or are you still sitting here waiting for them to release something new and different? That's going to do it for now. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you on the next one. Have a great day.